Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. I am your intrepid host, Mr. David Null. Down here in Southwest Georgia, I greet you with love, honor, and blessings to each one of you. Thank you for stopping by. Um, I haven't done a video in about a week or so, and there are a few things I just want to do an update with. I don't know how long my video is going to be because you know me. There are a lot of times I don't know how long I'm going to do anything. But with that said, I was going to do this for later. I was waiting on another live stream from someone, and it appears that the time is different. So I don't know. Anyway, here we go. So the title for this particular one is, dealing with these new energy waves that are coming through. Now, depending on whether or not you believe this stuff or not, I have realized over the last week or so that a lot of people from the I say the YouTube community, but it's not just the YouTube community. It just so happens that these people that I have been watching for many years also have YouTube videos. So it's not just the YouTube community. All right, it's a larger community than that. But with that said, there have been many people who have kind of been very skeptical about these energy waves coming in. Oh, the 5 waves of energy. And, is this really true? And all this kind of good stuff. And, it takes a little bit of faith. Actually, it probably takes a lot of faith. And until I started discussing this about a year ago, I was very hesitant myself to even discuss this because how do you, I'm a person who likes to be able to quantify things. Oh, there goes that word again, quantum, quanta, to quantify something. In other words, be able to say, all right, look, here's the information, here's some raw data, here's some observations and so forth, like I've done with my Earth Wobble updates and so forth. And I would do one, except it's been cloudy here for quite a few days now, and I haven't been able to do a session. However, it looks as though Mars is in the correct position. At least it was the other night before it got cloudy again. But anyway, to continue on with these waves of energy. Now, there are many people across this great planet who were very skeptical. Some of them, quite frankly, and they have admitted such, were just unbelievers. It's like, yeah, okay, oh, you're telling me these energies are going to come in. It's going to change our way of thinking. It's going to change our DNA. It's going to do, and everybody's like, well, okay, I'm from Missouri. Show me, which that's okay. Show me state, prove it to me somehow. Well, there's one particular person, but I don't give out names, but he's very well respected in the, not necessarily the UFO community, but in conspiracies and things and this and that. So anyway, and he's written several books, and been around for quite a while. And admittedly, he was a skeptic until now. And in the last, and these, I'm kind of paraphrasing his words, but he said, in these last several weeks, tinfoil, pleased to see you here. In the last several weeks, this particular person has noticed a definite change in his world, in his reality, in his paradigm, whatever you want to call it. And he's in England or Scotland or Ireland, and it's not the same to me. I just can't remember. But with that said, though, this particular person has made several videos and have said, hey, look, I know y'all don't believe me, but I can definitely feel a change. I can sense a change. I can, things are happening around me that I can't explain, but they all seem to be for the better. So, and there's someone who I've chatted with and is down in Australia, and I've listened in on several chats and so forth. And I've been noticing that people are all having the same symptoms. Okay. Now, in my galactic update or download or whatever you want to do, I was told, several months ago, and I even did a video on it about when these energy waves come in and begin to hit us, there are going to be those people who are going to try desperately to block the energy, to blame it on something else, to do anything but accept the energies coming in to heal them. And so I'm reading now in many chat rooms in the last several days that guess what? people are having, extreme ear ringing, me, headaches that normally aren't around, neck pains in areas, and everybody's like describing. I'm going, yeah, I got one there too. Yeah, okay. And I mean, this is across the board. This isn't just a couple of people, but I mean, 20, 30 people in the chat room, and most of them are going, yep, me too. It's like, okay, so, and these, as we well know, those of us who hang around in different chat rooms, it's interesting to find out that we all have the same symptoms. Now, I don't know, it's been a couple of months ago now that I did the one about writing on the energy waves, to look at these energy waves literally as waves in an ocean, because waves, wave patterns, and those types of things all follow a certain mechanical type of thing. It's a wave, no matter what you want to do with it, it's still going to have some kind of frequency in it. There's going to be a high and a low. It's what waves do. And it's easier to, if you've not had electronics, to be able to visualize this with waves in the ocean. That's why I use that as a suggested, what do I call it? Visualization. There we go. Good one there. And so right now we're heading up on this wave, and a lot of us are feeling it. And we were warned about a week ago that we had one coming towards the end of October, 1st of November-ish kind of thing. And some folks last week or so were like, well, this wave was supposed to get here, but, I ain't felt nothing yet. Well, dang, we're on that wave right now. And so the downloads I've been getting are folks are trying to resist this. And as I've stated before, and I will state it again, for your own benefit, please accept these energies, even though they're like frying our neck bones, that my shoulders hurt. I got an ache and a pain here. I'm like, I don't even know where this pain came from. But it's like the downloads, when I'm asking, okay, what the hell is this? They're going, you got to just write it out. You got to just write it out. You got to just knuckle down. Don't freak out about it. Here we go. But, we warned you, headaches are coming. This is happening. And if your DNA changes, and this is what these, cosmic rays and solar rays and everything are doing to us, then of course we're going to have a few aches and pains, because this 3D body has to adjust to this new stuff. Okay. There's an adjustment here. It's sort of like we're going to a chiropractor, but not. Okay. That's an odd way to look at it. But the interesting thing that I've seen, though, are these people who are like, they weren't necessarily poo-pooing the waves of energy, but they were like, I'm not sure. Now, these folks are coming right out and saying, you know what? I'm sorry I poo-pooed this, or, didn't believe it, but I'm here to tell you now, I can feel it. I see changes. Everyone, how do I put this? See, that's why I'm saying, how do I put this? That's just it. People are having difficulty explaining this. Lucy got some explaining to do. Well, those of us in this weird paradigm, and my job is to try to look at what's going on and try to give some type of logical interpretation to this, or, an old redneck hippie's point of view, whatever you want to call it. But to the point, it's like, okay, let's look at this and see, how do we quantify this? How do we set up kind of some system where we can gauge how this is working? Well, guess what? They told us 2 weeks ago, actually it goes back further than that, that, these energy waves are going to be very difficult to some people. So what is going on in the chat rooms and so forth? Everybody's having difficulties of some sort. One person's describing this, and it's like people who've been friends for years, their spouses, mates, whatever, all of a sudden, forget it. I just found out from a relative of mine that their daughter got a divorce recently, and I didn't even know they were having trouble. But it's like, well, there goes another one. And I'm not being disrespectful. But to the point, it's like, I just learned this evening. Didn't even know. So even those folks I thought were like very stable, never going to break up, everything was groovy, out of there. Wow. even brothers and sisters kind of thing. Like, well, they were roommates or whatever, can't get along anymore. They still love each other. They're still brothers and sisters. It's not like there's a big fight, but instead of rooming together any longer, it's like that can't happen. So, and I speak from, I know folks close in that this has happened and is happening. There are other folks who are like, I'm sorry, I love you, but I just can't stand to be around you anymore. I don't know what it is. Some people are accepting these changes differently. We all have similar symptoms, and that's like a good thing, because that's why I'm doing this report. It's like, guess what, folks? In just these recent last 5 days, the amount of people discussing the higher frequency than normal of the ear ringing thing. I mean, let's see, this is Wednesday, yesterday afternoon. It was so horrible. I was literally like, please stop this. And the answer was, you got to write it out, Dave. Oh, crap. Oh, this is one of them, Hawkeye. This is one of them times where I've been operated on 3 times for my neck, twice for my knee. I've been operated on it more times than most people. There are people who never get operated on, and I've had 5 major operations, and plus testing in between and all kinds. So my point to this is that I understand what pain is. And there are times when you just have to ride the pain. You just have to learn how to it's so freaking painful, you can't think about it. It takes you into another realm of thinking. And that's part of the shamanic training, in that you will put yourself in a situation where it's extremely hot, such as, for example, a for real sweat lodge, and or, extreme cold. Or 3 or 4 days without food on a vision quest, so you're always putting your body and your soul and yourself into a test mode to find out just exactly what you can withstand. So with that said, that's why one of the, the messages of these last couple of days to me was, this is one of them shamanic times when you just got to say, whoops, there it is. Don't like it. I don't accept the pain, but I do accept the healing that I'm getting. The pain is a side effect of these things. Okay. I was warned about this. We were warned about this. I'm having the discussion now. And so it's like, okay, here we are. This is this point where we're at right now. Now, there are 2 more good waves coming in. Not sure when, but it looks like the next one's kind of slated for the 1st of next year, somewhere in the February, March area, maybe. And it might possibly get pushed on down to the spring solstice. Yeah. No, not solstice. The spring equinox there. It's the summer solstice. And I'm sorry. Yeah. Summer solstice and winter solstice, and it's the spring and fall equinox. Okay, got that right. I had to get my brain cleared around that. But anyway, so that actually the next wave might be closer to the spring equinox. However, we still have all the planets on one side of the solar system right now. All the major planets, from Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Uranus, either one, Uranus sounds just as bad to me, but you're never mind. And Pluto, and 1 or 2 maybe of the major asteroids are on one side of the sun right now. We're making the turn right now, but it's going to be until December until we finally make the turn around the sun to where these major planets we're going to be on the opposite side of the sun from them. That's going to create a balance and a difference and a shift. Okay, that's what's physically going on in the solar system, having nothing to do really with the cosmic rays. However, all of these electric energies between the planets do make a difference. Now, there are 2. Wait, let me finish up with this, the cosmic update. So I don't know. I'm not sure about the spring one, but there is going to be one slated. And if we go back 6 months ago, these waves are kind of around 6 months apart, roughly. Okay. And we've had some little ripples before they come in. So it's like everything that's going on. There's so many things that are going on with the planets. For example, the Harvard study just came out the other day about that big, long cylindrical thing that's come into the solar system twirling around. And now they're claiming, as like a lot of us said before, that big cigar shaped thing is actually, guess what, is some type of alien craft or alien origin or something like that. And now they're coming out a year later and saying, well, we've looked at the trajectory and everything, and we kind of think that that's what's going on. So now they're claiming that this is alien technology or something other than us. And so I bring this to your attention again. Oh boy, look what they're showing us and what's coming out in the news. Okay. Wow, that was an alien in origin. And when you look at some of the pictures and things, you can see dust coming off the sides, and it's weird. All right. So just saying, but that's in the news. Okay. And we were told several months ago that kind of some of this stuff was going to be coming up into the news. Here we are with it. Now, how to deal with these energies. All right. Well, get some aspirin. Get yourself some muscle, some ice or, a good cream or a rub. Take a good hot shower. There are ways that you can reduce some of the things that you're doing. Now, there are a lot of people, and I want to say this right up front again. I'm not picking on anyone. I'm not poo-pooing anyone's product or device or anything like that. But I wish to share this. There are many people who are trying all different kinds of things, and it's not helping them. Oh, and I'm taking this thing and I'm taking that thing, but my ears are still ringing. Well, it seems to have helped. Well, here's the thing. I have tried lots of different things to help with the ear ringing. And these energy waves, there isn't anything you can really take because these things are just coming at us from a standpoint that whatever we take isn't going to help us. Because there are a lot of people who are taking a lot of good healthy things. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to say that if you think you're going to buy something else to stop this, you're just going to have to say sorry. You can get things to help relieve the pain. I do some ibuprofen and aspirin. That's my pain meds now, and hot packs. Very good for sore muscles and neck pains and so forth. And these are things you don't have to buy. You can get, some rice and put it in a bag and heat it up in the microwave for a couple of seconds, throw it in between a towel and use it as a hot pack. There are different things that you can do to minimize the agony that we're going to have to go through. Now, and here's the other thing. When we have these high points and we're on the way up on this particular wave, I believe, I think it's going to be another couple days and, kind of weirdness here. So I know none of us like to put up with pain, but by the time you try to get something to take for it, we're going to be over the crest of the wave and you're going to get the stuff and you're going to take it and you're going to say, oh my, that really helped me. When actually we went over the top of the wave, and had you done nothing, you would be in the same point. And I bring that up because I was taking some particular vitamins and Spirit told me, say, yo, it's not doing you any good. So if you're going to take something extra here because this extra pain, blah, 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 watch this. And it was true. It was like, it got really loud. And then all of a sudden it was like, I didn't do anything. And it calmed down. Between the Schumann resonance, the extra energy coming out of the sun and the cosmos, the Schumann resonance has been off the charts. Today's been mellow, but let's see, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, it started, I guess. It just was off the charts. I mean, like for hours and hours and hours off the charts. So a lot of us are picking up these energies, as I keep discussing, through the Schumann. And it's like, I don't care what you do. You can take all kinds of colloidal silver and all these other kinds of things. But the bottom line is the Earth is getting so much energy. It's coming up from the Earth and it's coming from outer space. And there is nothing you can do to block this stuff. Okay. But you can make the pain and so forth. Understanding what it is like, oh man, it's getting, and I'm speaking about right this moment, the ringing is very loud right now. Okay, just don't pay it any mind. Just don't pay it any attention. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. And that's a true statement. Now, so for some other updates and things, so the Harvard study came out. Well, now there's, some other folks that are coming out and going, well, maybe, Planet X and, I don't know, and Nibiru and Planet 9 and okay. And guess what? Jupiter picked up a new moon. What? Jupiter picked up a new moon that's going backwards from some of the other ones. And folks are going, wait a minute. How come they haven't seen this thing? Well, other folks are going, see, that's Planet 9. That's Nibiru. That's Planet X. That's the fact that we're going through a very dense section of the solar system that we have been told for the last 30 years we were going to happen. We're here. And the fact that Jupiter picked up a moon, when you look at all the rocks on some of the core and LASCO and these different satellites that are looking at the sun, when you see all the objects whizzing by, and some of them are artificial, some of them aren't, but when you think that, well, I don't know, it's got to be Planet X, of course, because, that's the only reason that anything else would be in the solar system, haven't been paying attention. And I bring this with the utmost of respect to folks. I still believe, yep, out there somewhere is a Planet X and a Nibiru and all that. Yep, there is truth to that. But they're trying to, there's a new moon around Jupiter, so it's got to be Planet X. Hang on. What about all the other moons that Jupiter's picked up over the years? If the case is that it's Planet X dragging all this debris behind it, I fail to see that Planet X should have already been gone. Jupiter's moved in another section of the our solar system. The entire solar system is in a different part of the galaxy. So the fact that you could say, well, Jupiter picked up a couple of moons a couple of years ago or last year, now it's picked up another one, and hang on. But it's all related to Planet X. Then Planet X must be, when you try to use this logic, if you will, Planet X must be rotating and going around Jupiter, if that's the case, because Jupiter's picking up all these moons. You see where I'm going with that? I'm not trying to poo-poo it. I'm trying to say there are other things going on, and that's part of this update. There are things that cannot be explained with the current physics in science right now. I've stated this before. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying I've been having this conversation to try to wake people up to the fact that there is more to science than the scientists know. And there are things that they've known for almost 200 years now. They're claiming now is new science. That's the quantum. And in 1838, one of the first experiments about split beams and light waves being particles, and quantum was being discussed in 1838. Okay, so just think about what they haven't been telling us truthfully. So what we need to understand is there's a lot more that even the scientists themselves need to understand. There's a different kind of science out there that is known to some, and others are like, well, I don't know, it's a theory, it's a hypothesis. And then there are folks who are actually working in those fields of science. Walt Thornhill in The Electric Universe. I spoke about this in another video I watched in 1954 or 56. I watched two movies, but black and white, and about two moons going to collide. Okay, and the amount of scientific information relating to the electrical discharge between these two moons, which is what some people are claiming created the Grand Canyon, not river erosion, and it makes perfect sense because if the planet Mars ever got too close to us, there would have been an electrical discharge between them and would have created the Grand Canyon electrically, okay, along with some of the other things on Mars, possibly even the moon. So, and here was a 1956 black and white movie about these two moons, but the science was correct to this day. So they've known about a lot of this stuff, and now they're trying to claim everything is gravitational now, and they're trying to poo-poo the people who have been discussing the electric universe and that it's not just magnetic, but it's electrical also. It's more than just gravitational stuff. So the science that's out there, there's going to be more coming out that people are going to be scratching their heads about. And there's going to be more Harvard studies that come out and they're going to talk about the different truths. Now, to deal with all of this, you need to just be calm, stay calm, and understand these waves are coming, whether you take colloidal silver or not, whether you've got scented candles or not, whether you meditate highly or not. We're all going to get hammered with this. Now, those things will help, but they're not going to stop it. Understand? Now, I'm trying to be the grown-up in the room, and if you think I'm going to buy something more to stop this, it's not going to help you. Not in that respect. Now, essential oils and things will help you, generally speaking, but if you think you're going to buy this to help with these waves, that's my point. No, forget it. Don't take more of it. Just maintain what you're doing. This is a limited time of stuff we got to go through. So keep that in mind and don't get all bent out of shape when, oh my God, I don't understand why I'm hurting. I'm telling you this, we're all hurting. It's across the board, across the planet. All of us are feeling these symptoms. It's okay. All right. You got to just chill out. We got stuck here on this wave. We're all here. We just got to maintain. So keep your core values strong. Keep the love, your compassion, your energy. If your energy gets low, understand that it's part of this wave energy we're going through. If you're still if you're depressed in a week, then there's another issue going on. But if you feel down or low or very sleepy, it's because we're being healed from the cosmos. Okay, these things are going to this healing from the outside, inside, outside is going to take some energy out of us. It's going to be rough on us old people, for example. But folks that are 1/3 my age are having the same circumstances. So it has nothing to do with age. Now, as older folks might feel it harder, worse, or something, but it's still pain for all of us. So keep the love in your heart, keep joy in your heart. Understand that this is a temporary situation at this particular moment in time. Keep your positive energy flowing, even though it seems like, what the hell, my neck hurts, my head hurts. Just know that this is short-lived. Keep that in your mind. Meditation is still very good. It's still good to meditate with a tree. It's still good to use crystals and so forth. I'm not saying that none of this is going to help, but I'm saying it's not going to stop it, okay? This is much bigger than any of the medicines we've got on this planet. And I mean herbal, spiritual. We're just going to have to tough this out, okay? Make it easier on yourself. And as soon as I noticed that, like, it was getting really severe, I sent my angel message up and said, okie dokie, what's going on here? And they were like, remember the wave? Yeah. Okay. Wave. Okay. Hi, everybody. We're in the middle of this third wave. So keep loving your heart. Be kind to each other because nerves are frayed right now. And the Mother Mary angel messages are very clear. In this crazy time, remember, keep your emotions out of some of this stuff. You can observe what's going on in politics and on the planet and all these changes. Try to keep out of it with your emotions. Observe it. Doesn't mean you have to like it, or doesn't mean you have to hate it. Either way, it just means observe it. Now, if it's something that really damn happy, well, go for it. But if it's something really negative and is like biting at your craw, keep your energy out of it as much as you possibly can. Stay away from those things that would change your frequency to a lower level. And that's just a general rule in all things. So it might be that you have to take a day off of work and curl up in the fetal position and just ride it out. I don't know. It may affect some people that extreme. Other people, I think, are just going to get agitated, and they're going to start acting even more bat crap cray cray than normal. So understand what's going on. Be sweet and kind to yourself. And so my ending prayer for this at 30 minutes and 32 seconds, accept and receive the healing, the knowledge from source, from the universe. Accept and receive all the wonderful things that are coming into our universe, into our realm. Accept and receive the love and the blessings from Creator and from all of us to all of you. All of us Isbies, all of us angels here on this earth, all of us who have passed on before us now and recently here. There are many of us that have lost loved ones here just very, very recently. And understand that those loved ones can help us make this crossing. And we can go through this transition. So love and blessings. Thank you very much. And maybe one of the shortest videos I've done in a while. So love to you all. Be kind. And above all, be safe. Okay? Take what I say with a grain of salt, but understand, and no matter how hard you try, this stuff's still going to affect us until the big part of the wave is over. Okay? Just keep that in mind. All right? Be loved and be sweet and be kind. Until next time. Yeah, and Dave's got a couple of other things to bring up, but this is sort of a one right now. So bye, and God love you, and see you next time.